fail to realize is that there are men that don't even measure up to say that they have that same fear. You haven't even accomplished it to even be afraid.
Wait.
But it's deeper. It's deeper than, like I said.
Welcome back to the channel. ThonLexy here with another reaction. I was on Anton Daniel's channel where amazing panel discussions happen all the time. And he was having a debate with a woman who had some things to say about black men that pissed me off. I'm not going to lie. She was saying that black men haven't achieved enough to be concerned or having fears or anxieties around getting married, as if because black men are just so unaccomplished, we're just supposed to just sign papers and just sign our life away willy-nilly. You wouldn't believe it, fellas. Hit the subscribe button, also hit the notification button, so you can be notified every single time we post content just like this. Let's not waste 1 minute.
Do you know how difficult it is? You know how difficult it is to find a good replacement?
Oh, he's still talking about eaters.
It's not hard.
The law averages is real.
About?
I don't think it's hard. You just
This is real.
want what you like, and then they'll do it. If they care for you and love you,
No, it's a difference between doing it and being good at doing it.
well, you can practice it perfect, doesn't it? No, I mean, look, Michael Jordan was trash before he became one of the best players to ever do it. So even there are women out here.
Listen, don't do drugs.
I don't like when women speak on sports and they don't know what they're talking about. He got cut. That don't mean he was trash. When you try to act knowledgeable about sports, my stomach starts, like, for some reason I get gas. I start to get sick.
Go! You disgust me.
And groom her. You got it. You've conditioned her for the exact thing that you need her for. You've literally modified her greatness to be custom to you, and you got to replace that shit. And you know how broken you are when you've groomed her to be great, and then you got to pass her on to another nigga.
Sad day.
It's a hard day in the neighborhood, nigga.
Oh gosh.
Every nigga on this panel got somebody in mind right now. That's how real this shit is.
What the fuck you saying?
And I ain't lying, bro.
The lines are watching this.
Hey, we talking about the past, man. Hopefully,
Yeah, it's the past,
we talking about the past, man.
Shit.
My wife might be different.
Changed individual, man.
See how broken these niggas is on the panel right now?
So y'all don't marry y'all's best eater. You just use her as a side chick.
Baby,
Let me be y'all lawyer right now. Don't answer that.
I ain't saying shit.
They be the ones that don't take out in public, or they take to coffee dates.
Or that they take to coffee dates. I know you didn't bring up a coffee date, shorty, as if that's something that we do for a woman that we don't intend on doing something real for, because a guy can give a whole life to a woman who he originally took on a coffee date. See, you broads are stupid as hell that thinking what a guy initially spends on you in the beginning determines what he'll do for you for a lifetime.
Get that, mom. They get coffee.
Huh. Interesting.
We don't need much. Y'all be thinking we don't. Like, y'all be thinking that this shit is extra complicated, that we need to be best buddies, that our signs need to align, that we need to know love languages. We not that.
And we don't care.
Not
Because, man, it's hard for us to love you and like you at the same time. It's just, it is what it is.
that kind of.
And we don't care.
We are not complicated creatures at all. We are so
If y'all weren't so complicated, wouldn't be more men married than if that was the case? If y'all were so easy?
No, that's not it.
Women make it hard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Men don't want to get married. Y'all don't want to get married.
Yeah, I do that. Men don't want to get married.
That's true.
But it's deeper than just not wanting to get married. There's reasons why. There's logical reasons, why.
But that's
why.
Was it high risk, low reward, huh?
I mean, for the reasons we talking about earlier. Look at the icebreaker. We was talking about dating, you know what I'm saying? So it's because of social media and people having previous experience and all these type of experiences and relationships and this person and that person, it makes it harder. It makes it harder. Like, the reason why most women have the expectations they have is because they had that experience. But seeing where the delusion comes and is in their mind, it was just an experience. You don't have that forever. And so because you tasted it one time, now you want the next person to, or the next man to fill that void or do something even better or possibly higher than that. And then for men, you know, for us, it's just the fear of, I mean, it's the fear because, I mean, to be quite honest with you, I believe we are more loyal than women. I believe men are more loyal than women.
Facts.
And because we are afraid of pouring into something, and you could easily just wake up and say, you know what, fuck it, take you for everything, that fears a lot of men.
And that's not just black men. That's men in general. That's air breathing, water drinking, food eating men who don't want to get into a situation where they know they're willing to stay for family and for the sake of the kids' well-being. They're willing to stay for the generations that he hasn't even met yet. He's thinking about his great-great-grandchildren. And the woman, she's ready to leave if she gets sad or she feels lonely. So again, let's not try to get into this whole debate about who's more loyal, the man or the woman. And it's not even, stop it.
You got to understand it on both sides.
Would this apply to men that don't have much to take as well? Like the men that are just doing fine.
But regardless of taking, it's going to court, dealing with this paperwork, having to sign the paperwork. Divorce is not cheap.
But I would suggest that having that type of fear to prevent you from doing something that ultimately is a beautiful thing and is actually necessary, especially in our communities. We lack so many strong family units, strong foundations, and strong institutions. If you constantly have these black men with these fear tactics, you're supposed to be the strongest man on earth. As a black man, let them tell it.
Listen. You're not going to throw that finesse on
fear tactics.
Look, like I said.
Why every time somebody? Okay, fine.
Because you're not going to lie to us.
I think it's valid for some men to think that way, but I think what we fail to realize is that there are men that don't even measure up to say that they have that same fear. You haven't even accomplished it to even be afraid.
Wait.
But it's deeper. It's deeper than, like I said.
Look how low black women think of their men. They're like, oh, y'all haven't even accomplished anything. So what y'all afraid of giving your whole life up for? Just give it to me because you ain't really worth a damn. The same thing that they would say an abuser would be narcissistic for doing. Try to lower a woman's self-esteem so that she's easier to handle. Damn.
Who wants to be served? Who wants to be served paper saying, all right, this 6-year, 8-year, 10-year relationship you just poured into is now finna be over. So here go your papers. Now you got to go deal with court.
That is a possibility. That is a possibility. But that it's a possibility is a little. You're putting more of the negative connotations into it instead of like weighing out the pros.
A woman that will try to convince you not to give her a prenup, bro. Don't ever fall for that shit. Listen, bro. Y'all gotta be careful, man. And here's the key.
Give him the game.
Is that every time that you get with a chick, you basically playing Russian roulette. That's just the
facts.
Like as much as you want to vet, as much as you want to do all of that shit, you basically playing Russian roulette, bro. Right. And so you just got to be careful. They'll try to fear monger you, and well, you know, you supposed to be the strongest on earth.
Exactly.
I've seen the greatest men in the world.
Every time we're not doing something they want,
after not being able to see their goddamn kid.
I've seen men reach places of darkness that I don't think that they ever thought was possible in their life because they had their child in the wrong place. I just love how women try to downplay the things that men go through and the risk and the caution that we should have surrounding women. It just speaks to how overlooked we are and how nobody cares about what men go through in general. Let's get back into it.
You dealing with it. That's why Amazon and them is replacing humans with robots, because they can't predict the motherfuckers. No matter how much they interview them and no matter how much they vet them, they can't predict whether or not these niggas is going to crash out. And so you got to be careful, bro. You got to be very, very careful. And I think the best way for most people is if you do it young. I think it gets much more difficult when you get older and more successful because you got a lot more to lose and you're dealing with more people that don't have anything to lose and they're looking to take everything you got. So you got to be more careful. It's more easy when you ain't got shit because you know that the people that surround you is with you for the right reasons.
It's weird. It's like I know that my man Anton is on point with this one, but there's something in me still telling me that a lot of men would be better off waiting until they're closer to being 40 to get married. even though what he has to say is true. I'm in a gray area with this one because I'm seeing men in so many regards, it doesn't even seem like they're even fully matured until they're 40. And when I see a lot of my guys under the age of 25 getting married, it works out for some people. It worked out for you. It worked out for Bernard Riley. I've seen it work out, but it doesn't typically work out that way. I think you and Bernard Riley represent a very rare and exceptional group of men, and you should be proud of yourselves because you got to be damn disciplined to be able to settle into a family under the age of 30 and then do it well and be disciplined and continue to be able to earn money. So again, I'm with the big homie. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this one out myself. Still all a learning process.
But when you get older,
and not even just that, to add on to that, if you're young and you're starting out early, you're not, I don't want to say the word poison, but you haven't come across, a lot of the horrors and the bad sides of dating. So if you start early, like you said, you both starting out with nothing. Now you grow and you build something, and so you remember the sweat equity, the blood, the tears, and all that went into it, and it makes the bond even stronger. And again, once you start dating and experiencing, more than one or two people, it really starts to muddy the waters because humans by nature, you're gonna want to compare. So if you didn't have a dude that could take you on trips, you're gonna try to find a dude that can at least do that or more, because just the mere fact that you were able to experience that, you don't want to go back.
Yeah.
Also, David, if you look at what you said, you need it. And when you look at the origins of marriage, at one point you actually needed a woman to help with the household chores and to have kids so you can help out in the farm, and you needed a man to help protect you. We live in a world now where you can have your own gun, your own karate classes. I can go out to the steakhouse every night. There's not a natural need for each other anymore. So now you got people that feel like, you know what, I'm fed up, I don't need this nigga, I'm out. And now you done lost everything.
But the only issue is that women still need men, though. That's the only difference. Women still live in a world, no matter where things evolve to, women still need men. Men are okay by themselves. Men don't need to be rescued. We don't need anybody to fix anything for us. A lot of the times, if we do, we're more equipped to go find somebody who can go fix it than a woman would be able to do. There's one gender that's vulnerable and in need, and one is not. And that speaks to how men hold all the leverage in marriage and dating and relationships. But that's a whole nother discussion. Let's get back into it.
Anton did it. Jordan did it.
Oh,
so what should stop a man from getting married?
Bro, you're not gonna bully no men into getting married.
I'm not bullying you. I'm not.
Men choose marriage. Like if a man find a woman that's worthy, he gonna do it. They still do it.
The homie just said right there, straight facts. Black women, y'all need to spend less energy trying to figure out why black men aren't married and spend more time on why you are the least marriageable demographic of women in the dating market, because that's y'all problem. Not that black men are just like, nope, I'm not gonna get married because I'm good and these broads make me sick and I'm tired and I hate my mama and I'm low key and you really should be bringing my sexuality into question. No, that's not what the situation is. Black men aren't getting married because there are not a lot of marriageable black women out there. And the statistics prove this. Because again, in that 1 in 4, how black women are only married at a 1 in 4 rate, other women are married at a higher rate. All those other men, including non-black men, Hispanic men, Arab men, Caucasian men, they all saw black women and they all said the same thing. They all said, I'm good. I don't want her either. This isn't just a black men problem, not wanting to marry black women. All men in the dating market look at black women and turn the other direction.
Let's do this.
I'm also like that. I'm married too, by the way.
Let's do this.
You married too, Joe?
Let's assume for the sake of conversation that he don't want to have no more kids or his kids is grown. What's the point of him getting married, Dayla?
I'm sorry, you got to say it again.
Let's assume for the sake of conversation he don't want no more kids or his kids are grown. What's the point of him getting married?
If he already has children, and you have to give me more information. Is he divorced? Does he have?
Why do I have to give you more information?
Don't matter.
He's single. He's out here. He meets a girl that he likes. Why should he marry her if he's not having no more kids with her?
Why?
Well, I don't understand the question. Like that would mean that the woman wants to have children she wants to have children. So you're asking why would he want to get with a woman that wants to have children when he already has
If
children?
he doesn't want any more children, what is the point of him getting married?
Stop trying to make this so complex.
Oh my God. I don't know.
Tell me on it. No, because I know why I would. But if you are the one that's telling us why don't you do this, why don't you do that? Okay, then help me to understand why should he if he doesn't want any more kids.
This is a man that has not. The men I'm talking to have not been married and don't have any children. Or maybe
I don't need all of that. Just give me some insight on why a man should get married if he doesn't want any more kids.
I don't know. Maybe the legality surrounding it. There are protections.
So why are you saying that we should do it if you don't even know why we should do it?
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
You just went on a whole spiel about how black men, if we're the strongest demographic of men and we're supposed to be the biggest, baddest, most genetically diverse out here, why we so scared of marriage? Why we acting like some punks, right? But you can't even give a clear reason why a black man should get married, but you're ready to shame a black man for not doing it and bring his strength into question. I hope y'all are tuning into this. This is what black men are facing every single day in the dating market, while their women try to act as if they're the problem.
Or if a man who's a widower, a man who was never married.
Not me. You.
I know.
Why are you saying get married if there is no reason as to why you think? Because I could tell a guy why he should get married, or I could at least vet through with him if it makes sense for him. Why would you suggest that a man get married if he don't want any more kids?
Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you should get married if you don't want any more children. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
that's literally what you're saying.
No, it's not. I'm saying that men should not be fearful of the negative impacts, of a marriage failing.
Wow. Just why, bro?
But men are the ones who have to endure all of the negative ramifications of a marriage not working out. How many women end up losing half their shit? How many women end up losing a relationship with their kids or losing custody of their kids in these divorce proceedings? It's very rare. And for you to not be able to give a clear reason why a man should get married while talking like this is very shameful. Let's get back into it.
What is the reason that he should get married then?
The same reason you did.
No, you don't know why I got married. You don't know why I got married?
It doesn't matter. It's successful. So it
does matter. It does matter. The reasons you can't say for the same reasons if you don't know why I got married.
Or the same beliefs, the same
values. They don't value it.
Why should a man get married?
A man should get married because it shows his commitment. It shows his loyalty. It shows his seriousness. It's godly. That's what your Lord. A lot of black people.
Who is he showing it to?
Oh, it's godly. Are we gonna really go there? It's godly. I'm up to here with the convenient Christianity. Y'all just trying to be Christians when it's convenient. Even men who do it, you make me sick. Nobody cares about you. Nobody thinks you're serious. Nobody thinks you're spiritual, holy, or sanctified. Please go somewhere and get away from the people in the community who are actually reasonable.
So who is he proving it to?
He's proving it to himself, his God, his woman, his children, his family, his community.
He doesn't want any more children.
I think it's okay to push that when we know that communities have benefited from more families where more couples are married and building foundations.
You winging it right now, Dave.
I'm not winging it right now. I'm telling you, there's a benefit to marriage, and we shouldn't be talking about it as this is some doom to your life. Yes, still bring up the cons, but don't say that the cons is enough to dismiss it or to suggest that there is no benefit to it when you both know, all of you do know, to the point it seems like all of you all are married, so you understand some benefit to it, but when you talk the way that you do,
you're trying to
So just because a few men have benefited from marriage, or because men benefit in some way from marriage, that we shouldn't caution men about the new pitfalls that come along with marriage, all these new fancy, colorful cautions that come along with marriage that didn't exist 20, 30 years ago. This lady don't know what she's talking about.
You just like
I asked you, why do you suggest that it happens, and you just throwing shit at the wall right now?
No, because you like to ask questions that have nothing to do with what we're talking about to try to corner somebody again. I hate when you do that.
I'm not cornering anybody. I asked you.
Why are you asking me, a man?
Because you keep trying to tell guys what they should do
I'm not telling guys what they should
You
do.
are. You said, why don't y'all get married? Why don't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Why wouldn't a guy get married? Why wouldn't you suggest? That's exactly.
I'm not the only woman that asked the question on this panel, just because I'm the loudest.
So I'm asking you a follow-up question that you couldn't answer.
Well, I didn't see how that correlates to you saying, why should a man that already has children want to get married?
Or not want any more children, correct.
But then where do these children that already exist come from? Is it coming from a failed marriage?
It doesn't matter.
It
That's
doesn't
not the current
like,
circumstance.
Oh my God.
Well, it matters to me.
Well, for whatever reason,
what doesn't
he
matter?
either he already has children, he doesn't
Darwynn.
have children, but either way, he doesn't want any more children. In either scenario, even if the guy don't have children and he don't want children, you still would have to help me to understand what would be the benefit of marriage for him.
Ultimately, I guess you can say that there are men that don't see the benefit. If they don't want a family, if they don't want to have children, they don't think of marriage.
The flesh.
It's not no benefit. It ain't no benefit in getting married.
Well, it's not. I don't think there's a materialistic benefit, but ultimately, don't act like men don't get lonely. Don't act like there is not.
I mean,
Men want to be alone, but we don't want to be by ourselves. We want you somewhere, like on the roof, anywhere, but just not in front of me, trying to be my friend.
Don't act like men don't get lonely. That was sweet. And the thing is I'm going to quote the late, great Patrice O'Neal on this one. Men, we don't get lonely. We get to a place where we don't want to be by ourselves, but we're never lonely. Don't get it twisted. Y'all get lonely. When you're single, you sit around scarfing Haagen-Dazs, crying and watching Coolest. We don't do that. When we're single, we're at the Y, hooping, getting our body right. A lot of times, men have way more reason to be cautioned around marriage than they ever have. And I say that as somebody who moves closer towards being married every day than somebody who probably isn't. And I'm like Anton, I'm more a family man, and I'm still telling young men, that doesn't mean you need to start one. Just because I'm a family man, it might be working out for me. That doesn't mean in the climate of how this stuff are and how these women are talking, that doesn't mean it's going to work for you, young brother. I see young men in my channel all the time under the age of 30. I take that as a privilege because we have to make sure that our young guys don't make the same mistakes that we've made and that they protect their seed. Hit the subscribe button, also the notification bell, so you're notified every single time we post content just like this. It's DonLexy. I'll see you guys on the next one.